New Superman film is finally here, but what is the world going to do with it? Let's talk about it. Hi, my name's Drew and welcome to another review video on Flying Wiener. Now, I did actually briefly ponder whether, because I just had it at hand, whether I should grab a t-shirt that was from Batman v Superman and put that on just to troll people. But then I thought, no, because there might actually be people out there who might see the t-shirt on the thumbnail and then won't click the video, and I don't want that to happen because, just so you know, full disclosure, I am a huge fan of, of Zack Snyder's version of Superman. Doesn't mean I think that's the only version there should be. Doesn't mean there's no room for any other. I'm just saying I am a big fan of his. I went to see Batman v Superman in the cinema 4 times. I made a whole video on why I love the film so much, which I'll leave a link to at the end of this video in case you are interested, just so you can, understand my thinking behind it. But yes, I mean, that film back then, I felt like it was made just for me. I get all the criticism aimed at it. I absolutely understand that. Just for me, it was a really good film. Nonetheless, I do agree that it was a good decision to take DC in a new direction, right? I also think, especially with the times that we're living in right now, it would not have made sense to go with a sort of darker, broodier version of the character. And now when people are at their throats, it seems more than ever before, it seems like really the best time to have a sort of lighter in tone, more hopeful, etc. Superman. So this is coming really at the perfect time. Obviously, we're going to discuss it in detail, but just so you know, I'm a fan, shocker, of both versions of Superman. The broodier guy who may kill a Zod or two, as well as this guy who some people think, is not serious enough or something like that. There's room for all of these versions of Superman. So, let's talk about it. What is the film about? I mean, I'm just going to give you a very, very brief rundown of the plot. Also because there's just a lot happening in this film and it's really difficult to just tell you about all of it. The main gist of it is we are not seeing Superman's origin. It's been done before, like with Batman or Spider-Man. This is a thing we can skip over by now. People have seen it enough. There's no real reason to do it all over again. So we're with a Superman who's been doing his thing for a few years now, so he has got experience, he is established in the world, etc. And he's also already got his enemies. So we've got Lex Luthor here, played by, well, I suppose I should start with Superman, played by David Corenswet. Probably the biggest Superman, the tallest, we've ever had. There's even a scene in the film where he's walking on the street and he really towers over everyone. Thought that was absolutely funny. Playing into the whole, he's sort of hiding among the people. Cliche surrounding Superman. Yes, we've got Lex Luthor. He is obviously gunning for Superman. James Gunn. See what I did there? Nicholas Hoult plays this version of Lex Luthor, quite possibly the best one we have gotten. I really love, you just see the absolute fury that he has got, at the thought of this superhuman, this meta-human being on Earth, and being adored by everyone. It's really good because you really get the insanity of Lex Luthor with Nicholas Hoult's version, I feel. Anyway, that's taken away from the plot. Yes, so he is trying to take Superman down. This is what the film begins with, right? We see from the start he is trying to bring down Superman, and he actually does. I'm not going to spoil how he does it, but he does actually find a way to really do it. And this is what we're dealing with here. So Superman, who's generally very beloved by the public, he now suddenly has to deal with the huge backlash and people, and himself, to be perfectly honest, not being quite sure about who he is and what his mission and his goals are on Earth, right? And that is more or less the situation. So we've got Superman trying to sort of, obviously make sure that Lex Luthor doesn't destroy the Earth, because when his megalomania takes over, that's a thing that can easily happen. He is helped by 2 very trusted people in his life. We have got Lois Lane. In this version, Superman and Lois are together. They are partners. She is played by Rachel Brosnahan. No opinion on her from previous films. I thought she was excellent as Lois. I loved the chemistry between the two. Definitely a very good fit. And we've also got Jimmy Olsen, Superman's pal, who I was quite fun to see being played. That was quite fun. I was quite happy to see played by Skylar Gisondo, who I know from the game The Quarry, if you have played that. It's a fun sort of horror game where you sort of make your own decisions, adventure thing. Played that for quite a while, and he's in it, so it's quite funny to see him as Jimmy Olsen. So the two of them, they know that Lex is up to something, as it were, and they're trying to help Superman reveal the truth, or find the truth to reveal for the public. And that is more or less the story that we've got. And just I'll mention it because it is adjacent. We have got the Justice League, or as they're called in this version. They're trying to figure out their name, and right now they're just temporarily calling themselves the Justice Gang. You've got Hawkgirl, you have got a Green Lantern, and you've got Mr. Terrific. Just if you are a Green Lantern nerd, it's a Guy Gardner, a Green Lantern in this case. You've got them in the film as well, right? And they are they are familiar with Superman, so they have worked together, etc. And so they are also intertwined into this story. That's pretty much all I'll tell you about the plot, right? What is really good, what people enjoy about this Superman is he's not, you could say, I suppose, that Zack Snyder's version of the character was a god. It's absolutely not like that. The film, and you will have seen it in the trailer as well, probably. The film opens actually with him bleeding, and being injured, etc. So from the get-go, we're like, okay, he can be beaten. He's not this completely invulnerable being. And it is a very positive version. So this version of Superman, he really does believe in people. He tries to see the best in people, tries to see everyone on Earth as worthwhile being protected. That is an issue as well. There's a war between two just completely made up countries, to me, which felt a lot like sort of Russia, Ukraine. That to me felt very on the nose. And people have been saying Israel, Palestine. For me, it's more like Russia, Ukraine. But okay, I mean, war is horrible in all of its facets. But yes, anyway, so he wants to protect everyone, and this is also a contentious opinion in the film, and it's being examined and all these kind of things. So, in short, I feel that Superman's core values, they're examined, and not only examined, but also on display a lot more in this film, which is cool. This is probably the most hopeful, positive version, feel-good film, whatever you want to call it, we've had since the Christopher Reeves days, basically. Christopher Reeve, sorry, there's no S at the end. This is a bit of a Mandela effect. Everyone calls him Christopher Reeves, but it's Christopher Reeve. Anyway, one thing, just by mentioning him, I'm annoyed about. I actually bought 4K versions of Superman 1 and 2, and I was like, I'm going to watch them before I see the new Superman in cinemas. Didn't get around to doing that. So I'll still do that, and that'll be interesting because I haven't seen them in over decades, really. So once I do, and if they're worthwhile talking about, I'll share those reviews on the channel as well. Yes. Now, as you can probably tell, there are a lot of characters in here. I haven't mentioned, for instance, there's Hawkgirl, played by Isabella Merced. You've got Guy Gardner being played by Nathan Fillion. You've got, I don't know how you pronounce his name, is it Edie Gathegi or Eddie Gathegi, or Gathgi, I'm really bad at names. He plays Mr. Terrific. To me, besides Superman and Lex Luthor, and although Nathan Fillion's Guy Gardner is cool, he to me was a real standout character, and he's really good. I really want to see more of Mr. Terrific in this new DC universe. I thought he was really good. And you've got Superman's parents, both the Kryptonian and the earthly ones in here. You've got Perry White. You've got so many other characters. So you could see it is a bit full. James Gunn, he is good at writing stories with multiple characters. Obviously, you've got the Guardians films. I really adored his The Suicide Squad film as well. So he's good at that, and he manages to do it here as well. We do also focus on those who are really important. So as an example, Hawkgirl, while she's part of this Justice Gang, she doesn't have a lot of screen time, and that's fine because, yeah, we just get to see this is a broader world. So he manages to focus on things. I just hope that people are not too distracted by all of the people and things going on in the film, because I do feel that it is very streamlined, it is nicely done. It was sort of just really sort of on the brink of becoming maybe a bit too much, because it really is packed with a lot of stuff. That being said, James Gunn has really had a lot of fun of just being in a world where Superman is already established, and from the first minute we can just get going. You've got Krypto in as well in this, by the way, I just realised I forgot to mention. which is cool. This is the first time in live action where we really get to see a fully fleshed out version of Crypto. He's a bit of a maniac, but that is actually really fun. So I really enjoyed that. The interactions between all the superheroes. I mean, like I say, I really love Mr. Terrific, but there's no doubt Nathan Fillion's Guy Gardner, he is just so much fun to watch on screen because he's just like, I enjoy that this is not, you know, while even Superman, it's not this holier than thou attitude or anything, you know, they're like, we're better than everyone, but it's just like, we try to save people, right? And we're doing our best here, right? So, you know, give us some leeway, we're doing our best. And especially Guy Gardner, he's just like, you know, I mean, creating things with the, with his Green Lantern ring that even seemed downright inappropriate and stuff. It's really funny. I like it because it's like, it's a bit more down to earth in that sense. We're not taking it all too seriously. We're here to have a good time, see a fun story, and, you know, just ultimately with Superman, we just want to feel some hope. And we're like, yeah, you know, we really need to try and look at core values again, you know, establishing them between people. That kind of stuff. The world really needs that kind of thing now, right? It really does. This is obviously the brightest we've had DC films being in a very long time. They're really, really bright, even compared to even the less dark ones that we've had in the DCEU. So I really like that as well. There is just a lot going for it. It's not a perfect film, I don't think so. There are certain aspects I wasn't too sure about. One of them being sort of the overcrowdiness, etc. Sometimes the CGI, especially during the fights, didn't look quite as good, but I mean, that's really just, you know, it's not important. You've got so many really, really good things, and I'm really excited to see how this universe is going to continue. I think it's off to a great start financially, I saw, because I'm recording this after the first week in the box office. So off to a bit of a rocky start while I had a good, you know, really solid performance in America, in the USA. Everywhere else around the world, reaction's been more muted. I think that's because, well, Superman is seen as an American hero. The USA currently, you could say, not quite so popular. Don't know why. It real boggles the mind. There might be one orangey factor, but I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, so I hope that it still performs well enough. At least I think critically everyone is quite happy with this version, apart from the Snyder fans, of course. And look, I am a Snyder fan. I like Zack Snyder's DC films. You know, I like his version of Justice League was really, really cool. I really like that. Man of Steel, I was a fan from the get-go, and I like Batman v Superman, right? But again, this is the right Superman for the current times, absolutely. And if we get more of them, get to see more of this world and inject some more positivity into people, I think that's a great thing. I think it's hilarious people on the right are calling him woke and all these things because it's an immigrant story, and you know, and he's not dealing with everyone as he should or something like that. The film is really on the nose with that. It's so funny because, I mean, first of all, you can immediately see that these people have got no idea about Superman's story. He is an immigrant, that's his whole thing. That's his whole thing. He's like, I come from a different planet, but these core values that you have, I share them because they are just the right thing, you know, to have and to do and how to be. And I want to spread that, you know, and then these people now going, oh, he's all woke and stuff. It is really, really funny because that is just Superman. You know, he is the nicest person out there. He will always believe in you, even although you've disappointed him 500 times, you know. So we don't deserve him, basically. That's what I'm saying, right? If that makes me woke, fine. I mean, I guess I was before as well. I would have described myself as that anyway. But yes. Great version of Superman. Let's see what James Gunn and the DCU are going to do next. Full recommendation, please go out and watch it. That'll be all from me today. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe. It is the best way to support this channel. Leave a comment down below about anything you want to say Superman related, you know, be it this, be it previous iterations. You know, if you're a Snyder fan, please, you know, go off in the comments if you want to. Again, I am as well, so, you know, I support both versions. But yeah, anything you want to say, put it down in the comments below. I'll leave a link to my review, or it's not really a review, it's a glorification of Batman v Superman. Why I love it so much, I'll leave that here at the top if you want to click that. It's a few years old, but thinking back to it, my opinion more or less still holds up, so it hasn't really differed. Anyway, I'll thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one on Flying Wiener. Take care, bye.